Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the deep playthrough of Gran Turismo 4, doing the endurance events. Previous one, I tried to do the first stint always myself and then hand it over to the B-spec Bob, to the AI, to drive the car, because these events, if I would have had more time, I would do them all myself, but I don't have that time. And in B-spec you can accelerate the time times 3, so it goes quicker. But the problem is, B-spec Bob is a terrible driver. So in the previous episodes, the Laguna Seca event in the 4GT, I basically had to drive most of it myself because Bob was screwing it up. So yeah, I'm not sure how we can give Bob a bit more experience. But anywho, let's do the next one. Where the hell are they? There they are. Man, I really like these icons. This menu, it's so cool. It's so clean, but still engaging with the map on the background. Quite detailed little animated icons. I really find it amazing interface. Alright, we're going to do this one. It doesn't require any license, so I assume it is an easier one. And we need only Mazda Miatas are allowed. So let's see if I think we have at least one Miata in stock. But we really need a quicker one because, yeah, this is a 4-hour race. I want to speed it up times 3. Each time after 10 or 15 laps that the B-spec driver goes into the pits, you have to reapply that time acceleration, which is super annoying, so you do have to babysit it. But still, I could then probably get it from 4 hours to 1 hour and a half. But that is assuming Bob keeps up the pace. So, and he's really, quite slow, even if you tell him to push. So, we need to compensate that a bit, not by having a super overpowered car. It also needs to be a little bit, how do you say, engaging, challenging, fair. So it needs to be somewhat balanced, but he does need a bit of a faster car, not a slower car that he drives very well and hence wins. Let's just try this car. And then what I will do, no, we only need to, can only have sport tires, which makes sense. Otherwise it would also feel like cheating, putting on racing tires. But anyways, it's not like you can put him in a slower car and that he compensates himself by being a very quick driver. It's the other way around. He's a very slow driver. That needs to be compensated by having a better car. Let's quickly read this up. Today's Mazda traces its roots to machine tool manufacturer Tokyo Kogyo and its production of a 3-wheel truck named the Mazda starting in 1931. This would eventually become the company's name in the 1980s. In the 1960s, the company released its first 4-wheel passenger car, the Mazda R360 Coupe, an ambitious car that generated a lot of buzz for the company. In 1967, after a tumultuous development program, a Mazda sports car became the world's first production car fitted with a rotary engine. Mazda became strongly associated with rotary engines and used them to great advantage in Le Mans and other motorsports events. Now part of the Ford Group, Mazda continues to release exciting new models. This is again, by the way, that text scrolling speed is way too quick. But this is again an example of what I mentioned in an earlier episode. What I noticed when reading all these brand descriptions, because we did that many episodes ago, we read through all of them, which really was quite fatiguing with that text scroll speed. But what I noticed there, and what I commented on in a recent episode, is there are so many US-Japanese car manufacturing partnerships that I was unaware of. For example, that Mazda is apparently also US owned. I really thought these were fully Japanese companies, but here, 1967. No. God damn it, it's all at the start. Ah, now part of the Ford group. That's what I mean. And its production of three-wheel truck named the Mazda starting. Toyo Kogyo and its production of a three-wheel truck named the Mazda starting in 1931. This would become the company's name in the 1980s. In 1960 it was the first car. So it started with a three-wheel truck in 31 and 29 years later the first car. Anywho, let's see what the other Mazdas have power-wise. 123, yeah, 157. We should probably take this one actually. But anyways, what I was also saying is we could put on racing tires, but it's actually not allowed. We can only, I think we're limited to normal and sports tires, which I do think it's more fair. Otherwise it would be a really unfair advantage to having the only car on the grid with racing tires and be able to have much more grip and pit much later, etc. So, but I'm only thinking probably it's better if we take this car. Because if this car will be on the grid, so that's the 1800 RS. Let's quickly check that out. Then B-spec Bob will for sure be passed, overtaken by that one. Let's see what the field is like. Yeah, I don't think we get a list. So this is an old one. Here, but that second one, this one seems to be a newer one. What does it say? Does it say RS? I cannot read it. It wouldn't surprise me, but they look really... Yeah, they look quite a bit quicker than the rest. Man, that was annoying music. So if we go out of it, does it give a list of participants? No, god damn it. Alright, I will be going with that slightly more modern one. Because the one we have is a... what year? 93. God damn it. This is the 110, the 360, the 110, and the 787. By the way, what was that decal on the front? Kibby, charged Kibby. Looking forward to driving that car. I think we already drove it in a mission or a license test or something. Sound is actually a little bit comical. This is a 2004. Yeah, let's go with this one. I don't want to again spend hours and then almost losing the race. We will be getting into the car and we will be equipping hard tires to reduce, god damn it, cursor sometimes is like hyper speed, then you overshoot your selection. Alright, we are going with hard to minimize the amount of pit stops. And like other events, I will be doing the first stint myself. Also to see whether the tires actually wear evenly. Sometimes in rear-wheel drive cars, the rear tires wear out quicker. And the front tires less so. So that could mean that you could put hard tires at the rear and medium at the front, and then they will wear out evenly, which is good in itself, but you also then have a little bit more grip because you have a softer compound at the front instead of having hard tires all around. So I will also be taking a look at that, what the tire wear is in this car. And also I'm just doing the first stint to not totally leave it up to the computer, because it's also a bit weird, of course. I like it much better than I imagined I would, this whole B-spec mode. And also the endurance races itself, with the strategy, with the pit stops, etc. But I lost my train of thoughts, but it would be a bit weird if I really totally left it up to the computer, so to the AI, to B-spec Bob. So I will also, I have to babysit it anyways. I have to accelerate the time each time during a pit stop. The time progression defaults to normal ×1, so I have to keep a look at it anyways. But I also want to actually drive at least one stint. But like the previous episodes, I had to drive many more stints because B-spec Bob was just screwing it up. Anywho, let's, by the way, read the description. Roadster 4-hour endurance, a 4-hour... goddammit. A 4-hour race for Mazda fans where successive generations of roadsters compete for speed. Holy shit, that was a pretty cool background picture. Where was it? I saw a pretty epic background picture. Ah, that are the guys, it's the picture, you don't see it now in the background. These guys waving a flag, pretty epic. And also pretty cool, each of these endurance events, they have their own little icon, their emblem. This has a blue one. Roadster Endurance Hall, 4 hours. Yeah, I'm much more enjoying these endurance races as I thought I would. Especially these ones around 300 km/h, 4 hours. The 24 hours I'm still I'm a little bit anxious about, but especially if it turns out we'll be losing them after like hours and hours of efforts, and then it turns out you're losing them. That would be really annoying. Alright, do we have other RSs? Yes, one all at the front, but an older one. So we actually seem to have the quickest car, I guess. Which, yeah, may seem like cheating or cheesing. You really need it with B-spec Bob, because B-spec Bob is extremely slow. Alright, let's see how many laps we can do in one stint. You see, we're not even that much quicker at all, actually. Normally I would have put hard tires at the rear, medium at the front. But this track has so many corners where I assume the front tires will also get quite some sliding forces to endure, that I thought I will just do hard all around. Would not surprise me if it would wear equally. Yeah, we're really not even that much quicker than the car in front. A little bit. We're both like 1800s, 1.8 liter engines. The rear, the tail lights looked a little bit low detail from that car. Alright, maybe we are not as quick through the corners, but it would be very nice if the competition is on medium tires and we are on hard. Meaning that if that is the case, then we are in a very good position, because that means that we can pit less, which saves a lot of time, of course. I think we can really drive maybe 20-25 laps. That are short laps. And there is quite a lot of sliding going on, or at least there is quite some tire squeal, which I assume equates to tire wear. It's mostly actually the left side tires. Yeah, it actually makes sense because it is a clockwise track, so left sides of the car get more forces to endure. There are more right is that true actually? Are there more right-handers than left-handers? Yeah, I think there are. Let's count them. Starting at start finish. Right versus, man, these cars, they're super fun to drift. You see immediately the rear back tire is getting much hotter. It's now in the green while the others are still bluish because of that drift. Alright, that's one right, one left, two right, two right, two left. Three right, two left. Three right, three left. 3 right, 4 left. 4 right, 4 left. Yeah, and we have one more right corner, so there's one more right corner. But that is also the highest speed corner and the longest corner. Now this one really wears out the left side of the tire much more than the right side. Alright, let's try and set some good times. Nope, that was not the way. Right, here we go. No idea what my best time is so far. We will see soon enough. Right, 1:10.5. Right, first corner could have been better. This corner could have been better as well. Alright, 19.2. Overshooting first corner, god damn it. Right, we really are quite quicker. If we keep it up like this, we can actually make a pit stop probably and still keep the leads. Overshooting all the corners, so this will for sure not be a faster lap. I must say the handling is quite nice in this car. I need to avoid drifts for speed now, but 197, half a second slower. But if you are not focusing on speeds, but just on fun, you can really have fun drifting this little car around. Alright, this was a pretty decent lap, I guess. Although too much drifting, way too much. 194, 2 seconds, 2/10. Too slow. Probably because of screwing up that last corner. It's all about, when going for speed, minimizing drifts, unwanted drifts or slides. 1-9. Alright, we were 200s slower than before. So 19.2 really is a little bit my best. I'm sure we can get into the 1/8s. $196, god damn it. Too much speed lost through that corner. That one went pretty okay. Still, some of these corners I don't have a very clear braking point. I just do it a bit on gut feeling. Which is not the clinical precision that you would like. Again, 1/10 too slow. Man, I think this first stint will be pretty long. The tires are extremely slowly wearing. Ah, 190. So let's try and move that to 1/8. Too much lift off over there, I'm afraid. $1.8, very nice. Let's see if we can get it into the 1.8.5. That would be amazing. Although, seems like we are stuck in traffic. or will be stuck in traffic. Shit. I think traffic might spoil our way too much drifting. 1090, not even that bad. Alright, this will not be a fast run lap. This will just be getting past the traffic. It's weird. These cars have like totally fine rear light detail, but that first car that we passed seemed to have much more rudimentary taillights, like less detail. Right, I will also be doing a lap testing my brake pedal, because I have the feeling that sometimes I need to brake press it a little bit too hard to get full braking power. Although actually it does seem to work quite okay. Oops, sorry. Man, this is a long stint. God damn it. I could hand it over to B-spec Bob already, but let's not do it. Let's try and create as much as a lead as possible, because there's a good chance B-spec Bob will... Holy shit! 1:87. Unexpectedly fastest lap. Anyways, B-spec Bob will probably screw it up, so we need all the lead we can get. Alright, so the rear tires, left rear, is marginally wearing out the quickest. 1:89. I do have to say it's quite nice that I'm now quite consistently in the 8s, but my aim, hopefully before the pit stop is to get into a 1:8.5. That would be amazing. Nope. Way too much sliding around, way too wide. Screwed that one up. 19.1. God damn it, overshooting that corner again. This may be a 1.8, but for sure not a 1.85. Higher up in the 1.8, I would say. Too much. Yeah, 1.89. Too much sliding around that last corner. I doubt whether I can squeeze out a 1.85. Again, I need to brake earlier over there. Fuck me. .89 again. Alright, the AI is also still not pitting in. So they're probably also on the hard tires. Again, 1.89. Seems to be best I can do. Or at least the best I could do was a 1.8.7. I'm not able to repeat that consistently or at all even. Too much sliding around through that corner. I think one of the key items for a good time is this last corner, which is really tricky because you don't want a slide .109. You really want to minimize the steering input as much as possible. Because in this game, the more you steer, the less acceleration, etc. Which makes sense, I guess. But you want to obviously again 1.9. Maybe it's that rear tire that's getting worn. But you want to, of course, over a lap have the most time as possible full throttle, and at the same time have the steering wheel straight also as long as possible, or at least with a shallow angle. Least amount of time with a sharp steering angle, because that really destroys your acceleration potential or output, or just acceleration in general. Still screwing up this corner, I find. Right, 1.8.8 was not even that bad. I don't think I can easily find 3/10 to be able to get into the 1.85s, unfortunately. .9, goddammit. Right, that totally screwed up my time there, because it was actually quite a good lap, I'm afraid. But the rear wheel tire really is going out. The left one. Which makes that last corner super tricky. Because I do think 1.8.5 is possible if I attack the slower corners a bit more aggressively, like braking, trail braking, braking into the corner. having way more sliding going on now. I do like to at least stay out a bit still until I know that the AI also pits, because none of the AI have pitted so far. So it can be nice that we are quicker, but if the AI just needs to pit way less, it's also a bit tricky. Especially if B-spec Bob will drive much slower. I mean, I do think we have enough of a lead to go into the pits and keep the leads. Yeah, it's a 4-hour race. God damn it, they're really not pitting in. I don't understand. They're probably also on hard tires and abuse them less than I did. Man, I really like this track so much. It's a super small track, but it really has, I don't know, it has such a nice flow to it. Still, nobody is going into the pits. I don't understand. My rear tire really is gone almost. Really, the car is sliding all over the place. Alright, anybody pitting in, peoples? Nobody is pitting in. I refuse to go in first. Maybe a little bit childish. I'm just a little bit amazed at why they don't need to pit in. Again, sometimes this game still, it really looks photorealistic. Looking at the rear brake lights of that Miata while I was passing it. So incredibly for a PS2 game. I really dare to say that game developers at that time were just better than current day. Right, 31 laps already. The thing is, it's only one tire that is really worn. The rest is still pretty okay. Alright, anybody pitting in? Hello, hello? Yeah, I'm afraid that maybe I will have to be the one that pits in first, because the car is really getting a bit unstable. Yeah, this is what I mean. It really starts to do its own thing now. Left-hand corners are not that big of a problem. It's all about the right corners. Where you really cannot have too much steering input, because the car will just slide around. Alright, anybody pitting in? Hello, hello? Nobody is pitting in. Alright, I will take it very gentle. I really don't get it. Why are they not pitting in? Again, this game looks so good. I can still remember 20 years ago. And it was not even only GT4, also with GT3 I had it. But sometimes you were like, man, it's almost photorealistic. Like now, look at that car, it just looks so good. Even the PS2 models. No other game came close to the fidelity of the cars. Alright, anybody pitting in? Fuck me, I'm literally being pushed over by the AI. That's just crazy. Alright, anybody pitting in? That was also not the best for my tire, actually. I think during that whole stretch of the corner, there was just an AI car driving like I wasn't in front of it and pushing me in a circle. Alright, it's actually quite good to get to know the physics, how the car reacts with one tire totally shut out. Still nobody is pitting in. What the hell is up with that? I really don't get it. Alright, I really have to take this one careful. I really don't get it, why they are not pitting in. Maybe it's because I have traction control, etc. disabled and ABS. So that if you have that enabled, that your tires actually wear out less quickly. That would make sense. Would be pretty amazing if they modeled that in the game. Yeah, fuck me. I'm really trying to stay out as long as possible, but at one point I will have to come in for new tires. Because I can hardly go around the corner anymore. Alright, anybody coming in? Please don't push me around, car behind. Man, the physics really feel believable. Because it's really all about, you really almost feel that it's the rear left tire that has the least grip. I really wasn't aware 20 years ago actually how in depth the physics model actually is. With this tire wear. The tire wear also, it really, it's not like it's just a gimmick. It actually really affects the handling, etc. It's really a factor to consider. But I find it a bit weird that the AI just doesn't need to pit in. I know I'm just being a bit stubborn at this moment. Not pitting in. Alright, I will pit in after this lap. Nah, I will pit in at the 40th lap. Probably the car will then be totally undrivable. And I will be giving up a lot of the leads that I actually build up. But it's also a good training as to what the car feels like when one of the tires is really in the reds. Still nobody pitting in. Holy shit, car started to slide all by itself. And it really is quite accurately modeled because, oops, I wanted to say the left-hand corners are better, more doable than the right-handers because the weight in the left-hand corner is on the right-hand side of the car, which has better tires. But then I spun out into that left-hand corner, which was a bit stupid. Alright, let's get in there. Really don't like it, but it is what it is. We are the first one to pit. Man, I actually didn't even need fuel. Alright, I do think we lost the lead. Check it out. No, we are still in the lead. We lapped everybody. Now I'm really curious, when will those other guys start to pit? It's just pretty crazy how long they stay out. We went in after lap 40. Alright, I'm speeding up time. And now they go in. Second place car is coming into the pits. Third place car, lap 42. They all, fourth place. They're all coming in now. 5 and 6 should be coming in as well, right about now. Alright, but the question is, will Bob be able to keep the pace? Because it looks like the car behind the B car, if you look at the map, it's now going in for a pit. Almost seems like I saw more P's popping up than cars, but that's probably when they go into the pit you get a P, and also when they exit the pit for the same car you also get a P notification. So they all went in now, but the question is, will Bob be able to keep the pace? Now another one is again going into the pits. They are all... I don't understand. That's the same car, the D car. That's it. Because he is being passed while he's in the pits. He moves into the ranking list. So it seems like if there's a P indicator that it's for a different car. But it's because it's from a different place. But like the E now, it's the 4th placed car. It's now in the pits. But now it becomes the 5th place car and now the 6th place car. Alright, I'm just thinking out loud a little bit. But basically, it is now just a matter of still 1 hour real time to go, because we're 56 minutes into the race. It's a 4-hour race and I can speed up time times 3. Although I do have to reapply that speed progression. each time after a pit, so every 40 laps approximately, maybe a bit less. And let's say that one lap is 1 minute and 10 seconds. Yeah, 110, 113. I still don't get, by the way, that page to the right, or that graph, what the colors mean. No idea. I think the white bar is in which sector they're currently driving. But yellow, purple, blue, I guess yellow is fastest sector, purple medium, and blue slowest or something. I have no idea. Anywho, what I wanted to say is like one lap is 110, so then means that 40 laps is 40 minutes and 400 seconds. 400 seconds is 7 minutes. Approximately. Seconds is 6.6 minutes, and 0.6 minutes is 0.1 minute is 6 seconds, 0.36. So I would say 6 and a Alright, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? 40 laps. Is 1.10 per lap. So that is 40 minutes plus approximately 6.5 minutes. 46.5 minutes. I have to, the Bob B-spec will pit in, and then I have to reapply the time progression times 3. So I will be doing that, guys, ending the episode here now. In the next episode, hopefully Bob will have made it to the finish line in first, and then we will be looking at the next endurance event. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next one. And for the meantime, do not forget, always do keep on gaming. Later.